Today we're going to talk about Comfrey, our most powerful healer we grow here on the farm. It will seal your skin faster than you can believe. Coming up next. Comfrey. It's very powerful healer. It can be used in many different ways. The leaves can be pulled off, the stems can be broken. There's a lot of mucilage in here, like you would imagine in an aloe vera. It can be put onto your skin for bug bites, for poison ivy, for burns, and it will help to repair that skin faster than you could shake a stick. Now this plant is a very hardy plant, and one of the reasons I wanted to show you this today is to show you how incredible the root system is on this plant. So why don't you bring that camera up close and let's take a look. This happens to be Comfrey Bocking number 4, which is a sterile variety. Common Comfrey will reseed readily. The Russian Comfrey Bocking number 4, Bocking number 14 are the two most popular varieties that are used today, and it will not reseed. You'll have to propagate it via root cutting. I wanted to show you this incredible root system on this plant. This plant here is approximately a 3-year-old plant, and you can see all of these roots, very thick lateral roots that come down. This one has broken off, was more or less a tap root. Here's one that was a tap root when I dug out the plant and broke off. Here's another lateral root that was broken. And you can see all these little hair roots to help bring in moisture for the plant. Comfrey is a nutrient accumulator. With all of these big heavy roots and these tap roots, it goes down and it collects these minerals, and those minerals then are stored in this big leaf system that we have here. Comfrey can be chopped and dropped. Simply cut off all these leaves and spread them out in your garden. It can also be put into your compost pile. It can be easily divided. If you wanted to go ahead and separate and share Comfrey with your friend, or maybe you want to put it in another place in the garden, simply cut the root system apart. Go ahead and plant this section of the plant, and it'll take off in no time. You could separate it down even further if you wanted to. You can see the worms. You'll notice that worms are always around the root system of the Comfrey. Oops, got that little guy, it looks like. Separate it down even further if you wanted to. Comfrey's so aggressive that the reality of it is you could plant this little piece of root right there. And if you put this piece of root in the ground sideways like that, it's liable to sprout from here anywhere along there. It's liable to sprout in multiple spots. So you can continue to divide this down even further if you wanted to. Piece of plastic pot, it looks like we got there. We've got a couple of examples here where you can see that a crown is being formed. So this was broken off of a plant as I was digging, and you can see that it's now developed a crown right here as a growing point. This can be planted and it will create another plant and continue to multiply out like this. You can definitely look on the internet for all different ways to use Comfrey for healing, making salves. Topically, the FDA suggests it shouldn't be used internally. However, it's been used internally since as far as you can document. So whether or not it should be, or whether or not there's no profit in it for the big pharma and therefore they say don't take it internally, you have to make your own judgment on that one. I'm not suggesting you do or don't. You can see how many plants you could get off of one Comfrey plant as you continue to just divide it further and further down. It's very aggressive grower. So we wanted to just take a quick moment here and break down and show you how aggressive this plant grows. You could snap off pieces of root and make a lot of other plants out of it, or send them to your friends. Very powerful healer. I'll give you a quick story of how I've used it in the past. I was helping a gentleman roof his chicken coop. It was up on stilts. I was standing on a ladder. I was losing my balance and I went to grab on, and a nail sticking through that roof had caught me in the hand, and it opened up a gash about this long. And I took the comfrey leaves and I mashed them all together, and I used yarrow and I used calendula, and between the three of the plants I mashed them together and made a poultice out of them. And I put that poultice on my hand and I changed that dressing twice a day, and in 9 days it was healed completely. No scar, no infection, nothing. As good as new. Comfrey, very, very powerful healer. So take a look. There's plenty of information documented on what you can use Comfrey for, whether you want to feed your livestock with it, whether you want to use it as a healer, a compost activator. There's multiple uses for this plant. Everybody should be growing it. I hope you like this quick little snippet on Comfrey. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and most of all, come grow with us.